Hola guys, happy Friday. Happy chilly Friday. I am up and about. It's been a rough couple days, all week. Honestly, I've been in a mentally dark place. I'm just over the current situation. There's a lot, but what really just kind of took the wind out of my sails completely was, and I'm not on here boo-hoo, poor me, feels sorry for me. No. I just want to explain where I've been and why I honestly am lacking the energy I usually have, in case you guys notice. It's been a rough week. Earlier in the week, well, this Sunday, I found out that my unemployment benefits have run out. I cannot reapply until July of this year. Hopefully, I'm not in need of unemployment by July. I am going to put out into the universe that I will be gainfully, happily employed way before then. It's just, it was a real letdown. Financially, I'm not in need of anything. My son is handling everything. We don't need anything. Money's there, bills are paid, house is paid, cars paid. Everything is taken care of. But you guys know, I felt good being able to do my part, even if it was just, keeping groceries in the house and paying my own car note and the light bill, and I was doing my part. I felt not completely useless, and that was the blow that just really made me just crumple in on myself. I've been in a lot of pain with the weather and all, the wet and the cold. I've been in a lot of pain. But I kept trying to remain positive. My oldest keeps trying to boost me up. But he does it in a tough love kind of way, where my kid, maybe it's the military training in him, I don't know. He's very A to Z, boom, boom, boom. Very matter of fact, very to the point. And I sometimes get in these moods where I have to sulk out of myself. I have to just let it out. Even if it's a ridiculous, hysterical, stupid cry or a rant or whatever, I have to get it out. And most times he'll listen, but when it's something that he knows or he feels has no bearing on our situation, he doesn't have, I guess, the patience for it. Like, if we were broke, had no money, we were on the verge of being homeless, we're starving, then he would listen. But when he keeps saying, Mom, stop stressing, everything is fine, I got us, I got you, we're covered, we're not going to lose anything or be without anything, he doesn't want to hear all the he doesn't want to hear my panic, because from what he says, there's no reason to panic. And there really isn't. And I understand how blessed I am. But sometimes I just get so mad and so frustrated. And that's how I was feeling this week. I don't want to say I feel hopeless. I just feel I have no purpose. And I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I just feel like I'm existing. And that sucks for somebody who's been working since I was 17 years old. Even though I've had help from my family, of course, in the past, I've never solely depended on someone else for anything, and that, it just bugs me so bad. So yesterday I got up, I put on a little makeup, and I went down to, is it the employment office, the unemployment office, the employment, whatever it is here in Texas, where you go down there, and you can do it all online. I mean, I've been applying for jobs, I've been updating my resumes and everything. That's another part of my just being totally discouraged, is nobody is responding with any interest. And I figured, well, after the holidays, maybe things will pick up. But as of right now, no one wants a 50-year-old lady who's been out of work for 6 months. It's just absolutely discouraging. So I figured, let me go down to the employment office, if that's what it's called. You go down there and they help you with your resumes, and they have counselors that look into local jobs and job fairs and that kind of stuff. And I figured maybe I'll have better luck or get better leads in person with a counselor, with staff, you know. And I walked in there, and I hate to say this, and please don't come for me, please don't judge. This is just what I saw, and this is what I perceived. I walked in here. Now, mind you, many years ago, when I was between jobs, many years ago, because I remember my big dude was little. He was like 3 or 4. And I don't remember why there was a gap in my employment, but there was. And I went down there, and nothing has changed. You guys, when you walk in there, most of those people are there because in order to continue to receive unemployment, you have to prove sometimes that you are looking for work. You are actively looking for work and actively available for work. And I walked in there and nothing changed, guys. You walk in there and people are there only because they have to be there. Now, back in the day, you had to log on a log and you had to bring in your written list of places that you've been looking for. It's totally different now. Most of the time, at least Texas workforce, Texas unemployment doesn't ask for you to prove that you've been looking unless there's something shady going on. I have not been asked in these last few months for proof of it, but it's all done. You know, I apply online, so you would just give them their website or whatever, and job IDs and stuff like that. But most of these people back in the day were there to fill out the log to show that they had been there. If you go to the agency, the employment office, then it looks like you're making an attempt to get hired. And the reason I say that these people are just doing it because they're supposed to is because you'd walk in and these people are in pajamas. These people smell like last night's liquor binge. They smell like 50 packs of cigarettes. Nothing against my smokers. I'm just saying it's obvious they're just there because they have to be. To say, I showed up, give me my check. It's obvious that these people are not actively looking or want to get a friggin' job. A lot of people are there with 3 or 4 kids. It's just a mess. Now, this was back in the day. So I walk in. It's the same thing, guys. The only difference is now the place smells like weed. I'm like, how can you not want to work? How can you not want to work? I put on makeup. I didn't dress up, but I put on decent clothes because I want help. I want somebody to put me back to work. And the counselor that I spoke to, and this is why I say maybe it's just the way I perceive things, but I honestly don't think that they are prepared for people to walk into this office, at least this particular office. I don't think they are used to people that actually want to work because they've become like so jaded. Their attitude was as lazy as the people that seem to be there. I know what I sound like. I'm just saying. I remember back in the day when you'd go in to see a counselor, they were on it. They were on that computer. They were doing here and there. Okay, let me look here, let me look there. Granted, it was a different time and process was different, but I felt helped. I felt guided. I felt supported in trying to find a friggin' job. And this go around, like I said, maybe they're just so used to, people just walking in and out, just, going through the motions that they just, at least the 2 people that I spoke to, didn't seem like they gave a crap. So I left there with not any more encouragement or anything than I was getting from online, doing it online at home. So I left there kind of discouraged, and then I came home and I got online and started looking around again and enrolling in to get my certification with coding. And that really upset me because I'm looking at the timeline like, had you known that you were going to be out of work this long, you could have been this close to already getting your certification. I feel like a fool. I feel upset that I wasted that time. But my whole plan was to get my injections, get back on my feet and get back to work. And that didn't happen with the whole no insurance, which I don't have because the cheapest I could find without the tax credit that I don't qualify for anymore was like $200, $300 a month. And that's not something I'm going to put on my son on top of everything else. So I went online to see. I don't know how long I'm going to be out of work, but if another 6 dang months rolls down the line, I got to do something. So I went online to enroll, and I got all that stuff started. It was already saved on there, but now a new course is coming up, new semesters and stuff like that. So I went ahead and did all that, but I'm not as excited as I was initially. It's just something to do, something to wait on, something for them to tell me, okay, you can come or you can start or classes start whenever. I'm going through the motions at this point. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing with my life, with myself. Pained, unemployed, unfunded, no direction, no encouragement. I have no idea what to do with myself. And I fell into a dark place. I didn't sleep, guys, for 3 days. Last night was the first night that I slept in 3 days. I dozed off around 11 and I woke up at 6 this morning, at 5 this morning. I was like, I slept. But after 3 days of not sleeping, I'm not surprised. But I woke up with some energy. My body hurts. Today's the first day that it's not really, really hurting. But the last 5-6 days have been bad. I'm embarrassed to admit, but I'm going to say, because a lot of you guys might relate. A lot of you guys might be feeling this kind of way, and for whatever reason, y'all are ashamed not to be okay. So I'm just going to put it out there. Those 3 days I didn't sleep, I was so discombobulated with time and all, you guys, I didn't bathe in 3 days. I did not bathe in 3 days yesterday. I got up and I took a hot shower before I headed out to the employment place. But I just didn't have the energy. I didn't have the energy. I was wired by not sleeping. I don't even know how that makes sense. How can you be wired by not sleeping? So my head wouldn't stop. It's so weird how you can be, your brain can be so pop, 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 but your body and your spirit is just, it's a weird, horrible situation. It's 8:47 in the a.m. Woke up at 5 and I've been awake. I made something to eat because I haven't been sleeping. Everything is thrown off. The way I eat, the way everything is just thrown off. So I wasn't doing anything like I was supposed to be doing it. But this morning I was hungry, so I made something that really ain't breakfasty, but I made my Spam and tomato sauce concoction. And it was actually pretty darn good. Probably not what I should have eaten that early in the morning because it's pretty heavy and salty and all. But maybe it'll give me some energy to do what I gotta do around here. It's been muddy and rainy and gross between all the bad weather in the last few weeks and the plants in the house and people walking in and out. My carpets are already old, but right now they are muddy and gross and filthy, and I just need to get a vacuum cleaner on them. All of my floors are just stained and gross, so I'm gonna steam mop them. Yesterday when I headed out, I went ahead and did early grocery shopping because I was out, and I don't know when this funk is gonna come back, and like if it comes back, and we're at a grocery or whatever. So I did a full grocery run yesterday. And I have a few little things to show you guys that might be of interest in regards to 99 cent only in Dollar Tree. And then before the funk set in, I think it was last weekend sometime, I can't even remember, guys. We went thrifting and I picked up a few things somewhere. I'll show you guys that stuff upstairs. But right now, as I was, clearing the big chunks of stuff before I get ready to start cleaning this house, I figured, let me show you some of the cuter stuff, or just some of the, hey, look what I found at these dollar stores kind of stuff. And then we'll head on upstairs. But went to Dollar Tree, and I have been reading a lot, and I finished 3 books in 6 days. I'm not sleeping. What else am I gonna do? I bought a lot of books, and last time I went, I got a lot of movies, and this time I got a whole bunch of books. I got 6 books. And if you guys are interested in what any of them are, I'll show them long enough for you guys to look at the titles in case you want to Google. Or if you don't want to do that, you can always ask me in the comments, what's this about? But because there are so many, I'm only going to show y'all the cover. This is Only Ever You. I don't really like paperbacks because I end up reading the snot out of them and then they don't close right. And it's just an OCD thing with me. I want them to be flat. But anyway, I digress. I got Only Ever You, suspense at its best. Okay. I got The Hour I First Believed. Audacious, profound, and moving, a soaring novel as amazingly graceful as a classic hymn that provides the title. Okay. Last Stop Auschwitz. I know. My Story of Survival from Within the Camp. Where the Grass is Green and the Girls Are Pretty. I like the title because of Guns N' Roses. New York Times bestselling author of The Devil Wears Prada. Somebody was selling it for $16.24 and got it for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. There's a word for that. Engrossing, hilarious, and tender. That's what's on here. There's a word for that. And then, Everything is Just Fine. You'll wince, laugh out loud, relate to, and relish this unsparing satirical send-up. Everything is just fine. So I grabbed those and I kept looking and I'm like, girl, stop, girl, stop, girl, stop. But I'm like, but I already read 3. So those are going to go in my red pile. I still don't know what to do with my red piles. Like, if I really, really absolutely love them, then I'll keep them because I don't usually read a book more than once, but sometimes, every now and then, I'll come across one. I'm like, oh, heck yeah. Let's go ahead and read that again. But I have a rather large pile, getting large pile of reds, and I need to figure out what to do with them. But other than that, I found these adorable little things. These are going to be in my kids' Valentine's Day gifts. I found 3 sets. We go together like bacon and eggs. They're a twofer. They're called Fuzzy Friends. At first I thought it was a star, but then I noticed that's bacon. I'm like, go together like bacon and eggs. I have to hide those because I'm going to choose one of each for each boy, each men in my life. We go together like peanut butter and jelly. Aren't those adorable? And then this one is definitely for little dude. A burger and fries. I thought this was the nugget, but then I saw the little bun and the cheese. But burger and fries. So I'm just going to make them treat bags. I don't care how old you get. You love a treat. But I need to put them back in the bag though because I don't want them to be seen. And I had already started buying a whole bunch of stuff for their Valentine's snack bags. And I'm like, nah, wait a minute. Because Valentine's is still a little bit off. And you don't want everything to be crusty and gross. I found these lip scrubbers. One for each, me and little dude. Little dude's lips are so chapped, guys. They split right down the middle. And I'm like, your school is going to think that I'm beating you. Because it is just split and it cracks open and bleeds. And for the life of me, this kid is so hard-headed. Unless I'm chasing him with a freaking chapstick, he does not apply it like he's supposed to. And I had him trying to scrub his lip with his toothbrush when he's brushing his teeth in the morning. But the toothpaste burns. So I found these little lip scrubbers. We're going to give that a shot with a little sugar scrub on there. These were too cute. I don't need any more socks, guys, but I love the little pink and white checkerboard, and then a little peace sign, and the little pink rim. I thought those were really cute. I went ahead and got Bella Boo her own little dishes. I love the salmon color of these. Because that whole plastic plate with the weather the way it's been, they're blowing all around the friggin' neighborhood, all up and down the yard. And I had a spare bowl outside that I kept for strays for the longest time. Then no strays came around, so I threw the friggin' bowls away, and then all of a sudden 50 million strays ended up in my yard. But I thought these were coordinate well with her fur. I know I'm coordinating with the cat's fur. These are really cute. They have a little rubber bottom so they won't fly off or tip over. Got those for Bella Boo. I'm still feeding her. And then I got this Pillsbury biscuit mix. With the weather the way it's been and me being at home, I have not made biscuits. And the reason I haven't made biscuits is because I'll buy buttermilk to make them, and then I only use the buttermilk for the biscuits, and it ends up being wasted, and I end up having to throw it away, and I don't want to do that right now. Mentally, I'm not trying to waste anything right now. So I found this homestyle biscuit mix. You just add milk. But when I was reading the instructions, you're supposed to spoon the batter on a cookie sheet. So it's like a drop biscuit, and I'm not a fan of drop biscuits at all. I prefer the cookie cutter biscuits. So we'll see. We'll see what those end up like. I've been wanting this. I've been wanting to make chocolate chip cookies. It's just the way the whole house smells when you make chocolate chip cookies. And I prefer a mix over the little frozen nubbies that you put on a cookie sheet. So we're going to make these this weekend. And then because my big dude loves him a blueberry muffin, I've always liked the Martha White. I've been making him these since he was a little boy. So I grabbed some Martha White blueberry mix. You can also make pancakes with that. It's really, really good. Then the only other thing I picked up were a few things for the cookie jars. I got the Little Dutch Made iced oatmeal and the Little Dutch Made duplex creams. And it's funny because even my oldest, I don't know, these things have a stigma. I remember growing up, or anytime I've ever seen Oreo and Chips Ahoy lovers talk about these, they call them, no shade, they call them welfare cookies. And I'm like, y'all are full of crap, because anybody on welfare gets food stamps. And they have Oreos and Chips Ahoy and Fig Newtons, okay? We are not going to dog on these, okay? These are not welfare cookies, okay? These are just your little traditional, old-fashioned cookies. Very simple, okay? Don't be talking about no welfare friggin' cookie. Y'all got Fig Newtons on them food stamps. Not fruit bars. Fig bars. Y'all got Fig Newtons, Chips Ahoy, Oreos, the good ones. So I don't know where the heck these started being called welfare cookies. I'm not sure. But moving on to 99 cents only. I picked up a lot of produce there. I got some Mahatma Spanish rice. This is my favorite brand of rice. Packaged rice, my favorite brand. My favorite rice, period, my white rice, is Mahatma. But for mixed rices, these cook up so well. And I got little dude's yellow rice. Excuse me, have hiccups. I got a chocolate cake mix and a chocolate frosting. Like I said, I'm home. What the heck? Why not? I'm also thinking of making tea cakes with this. This is when you use a cake batter to make cookies. Instead of a cake, you just add eggs and oil and you make a batter. Spoon it on a cookie sheet and it makes the softest, deliciousest tea cakes. If you don't know what a tea cake is, maybe I think it's a southern thing, honestly. It's basically a squashed variation of a cake. It's just soft and chewy. Google tea cakes if you don't know what a tea cake is, and you can make tea cakes with cake mix. Cookies, tea cakes, whatever, with cake mix. I forgot to put my celery up, but thankfully it's chilly enough in this house that they're still nice and cold. But I love celery. I want to make potato salad in the next few days, so I needed celery. Plus, I just eat it as a snack. I finally found my sazon Goya. I knew I had found it somewhere outside of Walmart. Not Walmart, because I couldn't find it at Walmart. Outside of Winco, and I couldn't remember where. 99 cents only. I love this stuff. I have to have this stuff around, like my mi arroz. I always have mi arroz. It's the little powder packets for Spanish rice. And I came across this sazon Goya ones at the 99 cents only and bought it and have fallen in love with it. They have the cilantro and achiote, and then they have saffron and something else. But I prefer this one. This is more, it's easier to work with more foods than the other one. The other one with saffron, you can't use saffron on everything. But cilantro and annatto is a good one. I got more of these because, like I said, with not sleeping in the last few days, my eating pattern is completely off and I'm snacking a lot, and the last thing I need to be doing is snacking. So in lieu of chips, which I love, I have a ooey, I got some noris. And then I'm going to try something new this year. I've been wanting to do this, and I hope I didn't just waste my money on them, but I've been wanting roses, guys. And they had these at the 99-cent only for 10 bucks. Okay. There's already some nice growth on there. There's thorns already on this sucker. I just put a little bit of water in the tube just to keep it moist because it's nowhere near time to be able to plant them outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the little tube moist. And then according to the Google, you're supposed to put them in a cool place between 40 and 50 degrees, cool, dark place. That's the garage, honey. So I'm just going to keep these moist. I got this beautiful pink one, Touch of Class. Okay, it's a little tea rose. And then my favoriteest gold medal yellow roses. These are the grand ones, the big ones. And they already have some growth on it. And look at the little tiny thorns that are growing in. They're going to be so mean. They're going to be so mean and nasty, these little thorns. Can y'all see them? Look at them baby thorns. Oh, so cute. Look at the smile on my face. I can't even begin to explain to you how my spirit just lifts when I'm around greenery. Those thorns are so funny. They're so young and green. They're going to be mean and woody in a while. But yeah, I got two. I was only going to get the yellow one, but these pink tea roses, are you stinking kidding me? So these were $9.99. Did I already say that? So these are going to be my new project this year, since so many of the plants that I had just got killed with this weather. And I don't know if they're going to come back or not. My Mexican petunia completely froze and died. I haven't checked the little trunk to see if there's any green left in it. My oleander froze. I don't know if that's going to come back. I don't know what my ferns are going to do. Ferns come back, but everything is frozen and dead outside that I couldn't bring in. So I want to do something new, you know. That's everything down here, guys. I'm going to put these few things away, fill up the cookie jars, put these few little snacks and things away. Oh, hold on a second. I did forget something. Let me show you this before we go upstairs. Now, I have a bottle of water on my nightstand every night. Sometimes two, okay? I am diabetic. On days where I've kind of imbibed or cheated a little, my sugars go off and I'll wake up super thirsty. Plus I'm 50. I think that's a menopause thing as well. I'm not sure. I haven't been officially told I'm in menopause, but I ain't stupid. But anyway, I say all that to say, sometimes I suck down one bottle of water and I have to come downstairs and do all that. And then before my bottled waters, I had my little glass cantarito, my little glass bottled water with the glass on top. But the thing with that is, I don't want to have to turn the lamp on at night to get a sippy sip. And if I don't have the lamp on, I overpour and water goes everywhere. I've done that so many times. So I stopped using my little bedside water thing. And I opted for the water bottles. The thing with the water bottles is, if I forget to put the cap back on, Martin walks in and around and sachets and gets on my nightstand because he likes to look at his reflection in the mirror, and I have these mirrored frames behind my nightstand and he likes to stare at himself, so he's knocking over my water bottles, okay? If I don't have the lid on, if I didn't put the screw cap back on, it's a mess. So I figured if I can have something with a cover on it, I can keep lots of water. And even if Martincito tips it over, it won't be as big a disaster. I don't have to worry about overpouring. I don't have to worry about running out of water. I don't have to worry about turning on the lamp light, blah, blah, blah. Got this big mug for $1.99. Okay. And then, because this just looked so delicious to me while I was there, I'm not that big a fan of this particular brand. Honestly, when I was there, mind you, I hadn't slept in 3 days. I got this brand mixed with Cupcake. When I saw this, I was like, oh, they have Cupcake. It's not Cupcake. And I've never tried a Cupcake Red. I've never tried a Cupcake Red Moscato. So I bought it, and it wasn't until I got home that I realized, idiot, it's not Cupcake, it's Barefoot. I'm not a huge fan of the Barefoot brand, but I already have it. What am I going to do? But it is a red Moscato. I read the reviews, and they said it's a very, very sweet wine if you don't like dry, which I don't. Dry gives me a headache. That I would like this if I don't like a red dry wine. That this is very sweet. So we're going to give it a shot. It was only $7. Cheap wine probably going to give me a headache. All reds tend to give me a headache, but I do like the flavor of some reds. It's just I end up with a headache. But I was just in that mood, you know. I wanted a little wine. I'm sorry, I just saw Mufasa. Mel, who is Mufasa? Mufasa is the big black mean kitty who I keep confusing with my kitty. And Mufasa's walking around. Oh yeah, that cat's huge. I'm sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, that's everything down here. So I'm going to put this stuff away, and then we'll go upstairs and I'll show you guys a little bit of stuff I found up there. There's the little Bella Boo Boo eating out of her new little dishes. Hey, the Bella Boo Boo. Look what the storm did, guys. These are my ferns, all frozen. All of my purple heart frozen died. My beautiful spider plants that were flourishing out here just from those few days inside started turning yellow. I brought them out to enjoy any sunshine we might get and just some fresh air. Hopefully they bounce back. There's no threat of freezing for a while, so hopefully the outside will do them well. Look how gross this looks. Gross, gross, gross. They didn't fix it. They just, I don't know what they did to it, but we still have runoff. The storm blew down my butterflies, blew down a chunk of my siding, came off of there. It's blowing off that hunk right here. I don't know where that piece went, but it's gone. This fern that was flourishing and beautiful is gone. My little avocado that was planted here froze. These ferns are gone. Look at my Mexican petunia. Look at it. I think it's gone. I'm gonna cut it all back and hopefully the roots are still good, but oh, so sad. Azalea's still good. Mint died. This is my oleander. Still good though. The little trunk is still good, so hopefully this comes back. I forgot about this little aloe and it froze. My mater is dead. We'll start new. Bella did not finish eating. I was going to hang around out here until she did, because Ding Dong and Mufasa and sometimes Martin will come out here and finish off her food before she finishes. Mufasa, what did you do, Mufasa? She was minding her business. And you sent her up a dang tree. Bella Boo Boo. Bella Boo Boo Fontaine. She is up there scenting that tree. Look at her. You big horn dog. Is that your mating call? Is that your honey? I'm sorry. Let's talk about it, meow. I saved this cat. He was skin and bones dying behind my flower bush this past summer. And I brought him back to life. Bella Boo Boo. Bella Boo Boo Fontaine. Ay, hija de eso. She almost fell. Bella Boo Boo. I still have most of my plants in here. Leaves are dropping off. This is my jalapeno. And this little guy is such a champ. Look at all the little flowers. Can y'all see the little flowers on this one? This one's going to grow a whole bunch of more jalapenos. My aloe, my snakes, my one little palm that stayed alive. This jungle nonsense in here. These jalapenos are struggling. The leaves are crusty and gross, but the whole house needs a good vacuuming and mopping. If my Mexican petunias don't come back, I have 3 starter plants here. I really thought I'd be able to save some mint from cuttings, but it shriveled up and died, so that needs to go in the trash. Here are my avocado and my lemons, a Z plant. The tips froze, but the roots are good, and my mango that I'm trying to save back there. I just got off the phone with the Texas Workforce Commission, and when you go see them, apparently they put your name into the system, and so they're trying to help. She said based on my qualifications and my resume, the jobs that they are looking to help me find fall between $18.75 and $22.50 an hour. And I spoke to them about how much I needed and what money I was looking for, and I was honest, and I said $25 minimum is what I need in order to make it on my own. That's all bills paid, a little money put aside, no struggling, no nothing. So they need to know that kind of information so they can kind of scout out things for you. But $18.75 to $22.50 is where my job skill set is landing me. Honey, I can make $22.50 work. If I had to, I could make $18.75 work. Y'all know I'm frugal, okay? I'm queen of frugal. There ain't nothing fancy or bougie about me. I can make it work. Okay, so find me something. Find me something to interview with. Just find me something. Of course, I didn't tell them exactly why I'm not working. My fear is that I will get an interview, I will start a job, and my body will not cooperate, and then I've wasted their time and I've wasted my own. That's my fear, but I'd rather fake a front as best as I can at a job than not have one at all. I've pretty much given up on the feeling better that I was waiting on, so now I just have to move on and do as best as I can. So at least I know, and it gave me a little boost of something. Have someone in my corner, have somebody trying to help me, trying to guide me. I feel a little better than I did. At least there is hope out there that something might come up. So talk to them. And now I'm going to show you guys the few things that I picked up. And come to find out, I have a bag of Black Friday over here. And I had almost forgotten about this Black Friday. Little dude had some Christmas money, and he wanted to go to Black Friday, and he hit pay dirt. Let me tell you, he hit pay dirt. So let me start off with the Black Friday stuff, only because it's a little convoluted. I hope that I can get really good pictures in here to show you guys what the heck it is that he got. But hopefully I can explain it to you all. Now y'all know he loves Halloween. Y'all know he loves the costume, okay? When I tell you there was costumes galore, and he did not sleep on them, okay? Now this past Halloween, y'all know he was Art the Clown from the movie Terrifier. Well, it took us forever to find him the mask because it was selling out like crazy. Wouldn't you know it, guys? This little boy up and found a friggin' costume. Now, this is small. This is a size small, but he's so lean. I said, dude, if you wanted to, you could wear this one. It's a costume like he had. The only exception is the mask. And I remember seeing either on Temu or one of those websites, people were like, it's not the original, it's not the real deal Art the Clown, the color is off. And this is one of them, which is probably why they were at the Black Fridays, probably a return. Now the costume is amazing. The costume I think is even better than the one we purchased for little dude. Only saying that because it has the little hat. It has the little hat separate. Like the one that we got little dude, the little hat is attached to the rubber mask, which was fine. It worked well. But this has the real deal little friggin' chapeau. And it's the little clown costume, just like the one we purchased him. It has the little collar. It has the little white gloves. Now the gloves are a little funky. The gloves look like they were cut in half, where the gloves that we got for little dude are full gloves, and they were leather gloves. I actually had to buy little dude fingerless white leather gloves because people were complaining about the gloves being too small, and I totally get it. So this is definitely one of those, this ain't what we ordered costumes. See what I'm saying? Look how short they are. They just look cut off completely. So everything that people were complaining about the knockoff was true. The gloves are too short. But the costume itself is amazing. It's really nice quality. And it has the little fuzzy balls, the little fuzzy ball buttons. So the costume is awesome. The costume is awesome. The collar is awesome. The gloves suck. But the hat, awesome. Now, what most people want with art is the mask. Let me show you the knockoff mask. Prepare yourself. I'm not going to put it on because it smells of latex. This was brand new. So here's the art mask. It's yellow. If I show you this original art mask, it's bright white. But it's still, it's still art, okay? You put the hat on, it's still art. So I think we're going to sell this one. Somebody may be happy with it for next year. It came in the pack and the little bag and everything. So that was that one. He found this one. Now, I'm not going to take it out of the bag. Now, whoever returned it wrote destroy on here. They said that something was wrong with the mask. You guys, the only thing wrong with the mask is a tiny little chip that we can fill in with orange crayon, okay? This is the costume. It's complete. See how it says destroy mask? The mask right here has a little chip on the styrofoam. But it's this spooky scarecrow costume. Has everything in it. And it is a size XL. Oh, it's a size medium. And he's so slight. It fit him. So that's a good buy. We might sell that one as well. Or we may decorate his room with it. I am trying to go online and see how I can make forms. And I think you can use PVC. How you can make forms, like mannequin body forms, to actually hang the costumes on. We're trying to make his room look like a horror movie studio. Or like a prop studio kind of thing. That's the aim we're going for. I think it's going to be awesome. There's another one in here. Yeah, this one. This one was really basic, but he liked it. It comes with this scythe or scythe, however you call it. And it's this Grim Reaper with a little glowing red eye mask. And he really liked that one. And this one also fit him as well. This was a little big on him, but it's okay. Because if he has to wear clothes under to keep himself warm, it'll be cool. It has the chains and there's the spooky eye. It's just a little Grim Reaper. We went on $4 day. I found these awesome iron-on horror movie iron-ons. You guys, brand new in a pack. I haven't opened it to see what all is in here. Y'all want to see? Let's see what's in here. I'm like, are you stinking kidding me? I can get sweatshirts and t-shirts at the thrift store. And we can just make some scary t-shirts and stuff. But I am curious what all is in here. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Okay. So there's that one. I just want to cuddle and watch horror movies. In this house, we love family, dream big, love scary movies, play games, and love Friday. These are going to be so neat. Oh, dude. Okay, this has a caca word on it. So I'm going to cover this letter. But it says, itches be tripping. Read that. Friends. In October, we wear pink. Aww. In October, we wear pink. It's kind of twisted, but nice at the same time. Another Friends. Ooh, I like this one. Trying to make sure there's not a glare on it so you guys can really see. That's cool. Ooh, oh, I love it. Another Friends. Another In October, we wear pink. It's just the design is different. Wow, there's a bunch of them in here. Another Friends. They even added an alien to this one. And the Nun. Oh, I like this one. Okay, here they are, adult, and here's their little kid reflection. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, I love these. Love them. One, how many win? A dozen for $4. Brand new in a pack. That is so stinking cool. Yay! I've always wanted one of these, but I refuse to pay Spirit Halloween prices for one. So this was $4. And I had to have it. Did y'all see it? Can y'all see? Yeah, hocus pocus. It's just a bunch of hocus pocus. New in a bag. I got this for little dude's birthday. It's creeping up on us. Now last year was a horror theme. And this year we're going to do the same. It's this whole set of these. So cool. Napkins, dinner plates, cake plates. I found this lovely thing. Now this says, is this 4X or 3X? It says 4X, but I'm telling you, if it comes from China, they size their stuff small. It's a shirt. I love it. Love, love, love this denim loveliness. I think it's a shirt. It's definitely too short. No, it might be a dress. I think it comes to my knees. I'm going to wear tights under it, though. But it was new. With a taggy from Agnes Orinda. I don't know who that is. But it's this pretty denim. Lovely. And then the last thing I bought. Let's open this, shall we? I believe it's a lunch kit. Yep. It's a Golden Girls lunch kit. Aww. I love it. But everything was $4 that day. That's what we grabbed there. And then we had gone to Thrift Town. And I found this little hummingbird feeder. And I have one. But mine has a hook, not a tie. And mine does not have the little perches. Mine is just, you know, they flutter there and suck out the nectar. These actually have little perches on them. So let's give the birdies a little bit of a break while they're sipping their yummies. And it was $2.99. It's glass. Love it. Found another one of these. I finally got my big dude to put the other one up in the spot that I wanted it at, and it's gorgeous. And I already have a spot for this one. I got another one. Wood, metal, cross. This one was $3.49. I already have its spot. I think I can reach that one without my big dude's help. I found another one of these, and I have one outside, and I saw it, and I'm like, I wonder if it's the same kind of thing. And it is. It's one of these little metal hearts with the key. This one was $1.99. And this one reads, keep a song in your heart. And I have mine outside on display with a few other little whatnots by my doorway. And this one's going to go out there as well. It's metal, so I don't think anything will happen. The paint might fade, but where I have everything perched, the rain doesn't hit it directly. Anything on there directly, so I think it'll be safe. It has a little key. Doesn't do anything, but it fits in there. So pretty. Yeah, that's going to go out there. I found this lovely. It reads, thank God for what you have. Trust God for what you need. If that ain't the truth. It's this pretty plaque. It was $1.99. And I have had so much fun with this thing, guys. It's getting a little frustrated because my brain, my noggin, my medulla oblongata cannot stick well with the pattern of it. But it's this Simon Swipe. So much friggin' fun. Me and little dude have been playing the heck out of this. It makes you laugh, then it pisses you off because it keeps going. The patterns keep going and going and going. I can only do like 5 passes before I get all discombobulated and confused. But for $2.99, it was worth it. It was worth it because it's just been so much fun for us. And then we went to Thrift Mart and I purchased some snacks. And I found this beautiful box. It reads, the happiest people don't have the best of everything. They just make the best of everything. It's this beautiful box with a birdie on it. I currently have 1 or 2 other little boxes with birds. This kind of box, these little cardboard boxes that I store needles and thread and stuff like that in. I'm like, ooh, this could go with those as well. I'm going to put all of my scissors and my measuring tapes in this one. But it's nice and clean. It doesn't stink. It's just a nice, pretty box for that kind of stuff. And it was $1.91 if I remember correctly. Where did they write the price on it? $1.91. Then the only other thing I purchased there, I've been wanting one of these, but I ain't going to spend no $25 or $30 on it. And I found one for, I think, $4. It's one of these little cabinet doohickeys. This is going to be perfect for it. Your dryer, your curling ones, everything. I just thought it was really, really neat. I finally got one. And it's currently selling on Amazon, I think, for like $24.99. But I paid $3 or $4 for it. $3.93. $4. I thought that was an amazing find. I just need to sanitize and make sure there ain't no lice in there. Ain't no lice up in this piece. But really excited about that. But that's everything, guys. That's everything that we had gotten ourselves into before the bottom fell out. I am going to put all this away, start vacuuming. But I hope you guys had a fantastic week. You guys, I hope you had a great week. I hope you guys are going to roll into a fantastic weekend. I hope you guys are having good weather wherever you guys are. Even if it's not good weather, I hope it's safe and y'all can get out and about if y'all want to get out and about. But I just wanted to come on and say hi. I hadn't visited with you guys in a while, and y'all always, just doing this makes me feel normal and so much better. But I do want to end this video by saying, check on your people. If you have people in your life who fall off social media, who aren't texting as often, who aren't answering the phone and they used to always answer the phone. I mean, what I'm going through is temporary. It's just a moment in my life right now where I'm having, I'm struggling a little mentally. But I know from past experience how fast it can get out of hand, how fast it can go from dark to pitch black, from heavy to burdening. So just check on your people. I hope you know them well enough to know how you can help. And if you don't know how to help, sometimes all anybody really needs is somebody to just be in the room with them, somebody to just let them cry, let them scream, and then move on. Like, be aware of how you might be able to help just a little. Just look out for each other, guys. The mental is real. Times are hard. Times are so different. We just gotta watch out for each other and make sure everybody's okay. Love each other, guys. Love each other and look out for each other. And till my next go around, I love y'all bunches. Bye.